Our goal today is to explain how an armed conflict geographically distant in Eastern Europe has created a tangible and noticeable shift right here in our economic Malaysia. Began sharply on February 24, 2022. This is the date Russia announced what it termed a special military operation, marking the beginning of the war in Ukraine. The sudden escalation immediately sent the shockwave across the globe. Beyond the immediate humanitarian crisis, the conflict created widespread worry and economical instability worldwide. As the war continues today, it has caused immense human costs, thousands of casualties, and significant global disruption impact economies, supply chains, and political stability across the continents. In Ukraine itself, the tragedy multifaceted. We see the humanitarian impact with the thousands of civilian and the military casualties, coupled with severe environmental damage. However, our research focuses on the second type, the Malaysian economic context. While Malaysia may appear physically unsophisticated, the global economic disruption caused by the war has created noticeable domestic changes. We will specifically explore how factors like energy costs, commodity prices, and trade routes have translated into economic changes right here in Malaysia.
So this is methodology. We use the MITS method research. MITS method research combine and integrate qualitative and quantitative research method in one research study. We use the research method to collect qualitative and quantitative data from different websites from our project reference. These data are analyzed together in order to understand this issue better and present our analyzed result about this issue to other classmates.
I am Muhammad Adam Takif. Want to present this slide. This slide shows how the Russia and Ukraine war affected Malaysia. When the war broke out, the supply of commodities such as wheat, oil, gas, corn, and soy was disrupted. As a result, world price of goods increased. In Malaysia, the effect can be seen in the price of chicken and eggs, which increased because chicken feed became more expensive. Chicken price increased by around 17%. And egg price increased from 40 cents to 45 cents. In addition, global oil price also increased because oil supply from Russia were affected. Crude oil price increased from 91 to 107 US dollar per barrel. In conclusion, this war caused the cost of food and fuel in Malaysia to increase. This added pressure to the people of cost of living.
My name is Muhammad Ashrin. Today I want to present about my part, that is second and the third analysis. The second analysis is higher inflation rate. The war caused the prices of many important goods such as oil, gas, wheat, and metals to go up. The overall inflation rate also increased. That means that things becomes more expensive, and although that people have so much money, they cannot buy things as much as before, and the cost of living becomes higher for everyone. So the war indirectly causes everyday prices to rise because key global commodities are going more expensive. That's all from the second analysis. Let's go to third analysis. The disruptions in international trade and distribution. So when the war started, many countries stopped doing business with Russia. This caused several problems, such as international trade routes were disrupted, and many global companies pulled out of Russia, and the companies that has business connection with Russia suffers losses in the stock market. And last, their profit and returns dropped compared to companies that were not connected to Russia. So in short, the war disrupted global supply chains, and cause financial losses for businesses linked to Russia.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will continue discussion about the way to prevent this conflict. Okay, international organizations such as the United Nations (UN) are responsible for preventing this type of conflict from happening in order to maintain peace in this world and for everyone good. There are 5 ways to prevent this type of conflict. Firstly, preventive diplomacy and mediation. The most effective way to diminish human suffering and the massive economic cost of conflict and their aftermath is to prevent conflict in the first place. Secondly, peacekeeping. Peacekeeping has proved to be one of the most effective tools available to the UN to assist countries in navigating the difficult path from conflict to peace. Thirdly, peace building. UN's peace building activities are aimed at assist countries emerging from conflict, reducing the risk of relapsing into conflict, and laying the foundation for sustainable peace and development. Next, countering terrorists. The UN is being increasingly called upon to coordinate the global fight against terrorists. And lastly, disarmament. The General Assembly and other bodies of the UN, supported by the Officer for Disarmament Affairs, work to advance international peace and security through the pursuit of the elimination of nuclear weapons and other weapons of mass destruction and the regulation of conventional arms. That's all for me. Thank you.
Throughout this presentation, we can conclude that war brings many negative effects to the world, including the economy. A prime example is the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine at Eastern Europe. Although this is currently happening at one region, the effects are felt throughout the world, including us Malaysian. So what this reminds us that we as human beings should take action to try and maintain and re-establish peace for our future generations so that they can live peacefully and in a harmonious life without being affected by the consequences of war. So that's all from us now. Thank you.